Hello, hello, everyone. Welcome, welcome to your
Hello.
Indigo path. So I have Sparkle Tina here with myself, uh, or with me, I guess I should say. I have Sparkle Tina here with me. You won't see us on camera tonight. We decided to stay off the camera tonight, let you guys see this beautiful information that we have here. So tonight we're going to talk about psychic vampires or being an empath, how to protect yourself. For all you replayers, I want to thank you so much for coming in and watching. This is a lot of information. Um, I wanted to have a well-rounded discussion and teaching about just what to do um, to protect yourself from psychic vampires, right? So it's very important. So we're going to talk about how to protect yourself as an empath. This is by Medium Cindy with guest Sparkletini. Say hello, Sparkletini.
Hello, everyone. Hope you
So
all had a great Saturday.
let me also say that we probably won't see a lot of the discussion. She might be. Sparkletini is constantly looking on chat, but I don't look on chat usually when I'm teaching. So um, say hello again, Sparkletini. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
Oh, that's okay. I was just saying hello, and I hope that everyone had a great Saturday. Hello, Michelle, Manuela, what is it? Elide,
Mm-hmm.
Keisha, Paulette, Adrian, Lynn,
Nice.
Sylvia,
They're all in
Susan
here.
Sanchez, Miss Ortiz,
Wow. Thank you
um,
for coming.
and Cindy Carlson. So, hello, everyone.
Hello, hello, beautiful ones. Hope you're doing well today. Hope you had a great Saturday or Friday if you're around the world, and Sunday if you're on the other side. So, let's start talking about how to protect yourself as an empath, right?
That's right.
So, no more psychic vampires. We're not going to have that anymore. None of that. So, how do
Yes,
you
that is very
protect yourself,
exhausting.
right? How do you protect yourself from psychic vampires? That doesn't look like a very good picture, does it? But that's kind of what it feels like, right? You empaths
Yeah.
understand this. It's what it feels like. Um, so I did do a video about what an empath is. So you might want to check that out. Um, so you could. So why would you even want to? Why would you want to? Maybe to feel better, right? Your mind, body, and spirit. You are mind, body, and spirit. So each one of those things are affected by this life. So your spirit is where you create. Your creation is inspired, right? And your mind is where your creation begins. And your body is where you bring creation to the physical as a manifestation. And because all of these things are affected by this life, and you are a co-creator, it would only make sense that you want to learn to keep all these things in balance, right? But how do you do this? So you start by protecting yourself from outside energies around you. And this is only so that you can learn to feel and understand what your energy is like, right? We're so bombarded by everybody's energies in the world that we oftentimes don't even know our own energy, right? So, and because we're mind, body, and soul, look at this. Your body with stress will begin to have headaches and frequent infections and muscle spasms and fatigue and skin irritation. And then in the mind, you start worrying and muddled thinking, impaired judgment, nightmare indecisions, negativity, right? Your behavior, this is how your body works later with your mind, or your behavior not in correlation with your mind would be you accident prone, loss of appetite, or extra appetite, right? Because a lot of you empaths are comfort eaters, right?
Yes, I certainly am.
Right. So insomnia, restlessness, more smoking. So and your emotions, loss of confidence, more fuzzy, irritability, depression, apathy, alienation, apprehension, right? So so here are ways to protect yourself as an empath, right? Food and supplements is the first way. So why food and supplements? Food and supplements are nourishment, a way to energize and replenish you. So again, this has to do with your mind, body, soul, mind, body, spirit, bringing them all together in balance. So, which foods and supplements would help you, would help an empath? And this, again, because if you're at your optimum peak, then you're going to be able to protect yourself better. And it starts with the food. So, magnesium, B complex, and vitamin C. Those are three important, like, those are actually staples that you should have in your nutrition. So, either supplements, if you can't get enough of these in, or foods. And why magnesium? Magnesium, because you live in this world of stress and you're stressed out with your mind, when you get stressed out, your body uses magnesium to calm you down. Therefore, you become depleted and when you're depleted, your body will react, as in those things that we discussed before. So you'll get symptoms like muscle cramps and irritability and anxiety and depression. So you want to replenish this. That's, again, this has to do with this, right? So here are some foods with magnesium in them. Now I'm not gonna go over a lot of them. This is actually going to be a more in-depth course that Sparkletini and I are going to offer you guys. So anybody that wants to can email us at yourpath39@gmail. So the foods with magnesium, high in magnesium, are flax seeds, usually a cup a day, cashews, a fourth of a cup, sesame seed, a cup, oats, a cup, or kidney beans. Okay, so those are just a couple of things that are full of magnesium. So B complex is the next thing. B complex is very important. Why B complex? Because B complex helps your nervous system and your cardiovascular system. So I think B complex is really important. Plus, it also gives you energy, right? Your B complex gives give you energy. So again, this has to do with your mind, body, and spirit. And some foods that are B complex are sardines, chicken, spinach, and red beans. Now, a lot of you already have this in your diet. Just be sure to have that intake to help you with your B complex. This will make you feel better. Now, vitamin C. Why vitamin C? Because it helps you repair your immune system, and that's really important for you fighting things off, protecting yourself, right? So, again, it all correlates mind, body, and spirit, right? And some foods with vitamin C are guava, kale, broccoli, and berries. And I love berries. Strawberries, blackberries, blueberries, all of the berries have vitamin C in them. So that's a good intake of that. So the next thing we're going to talk about, so the first thing is food and supplements. And each of those you can buy in supplement, or you can use those foods that I said before. The next thing we're going to talk about is crystals. That's a second way to protect yourself. And I'm going to let Sparkletini take it over from here, because she knows, she's really, really good at crystals.
Yes. I noticed that we did
Sorry.
have one question from Eli about whether or not anti-socialism can derive from being an empath.
I'm
So what do
sorry,
you think about
say that again.
anti-socialism?
Uh-huh.
Can that derive from being an empath?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Because you get so overwhelmed by everybody's energy and you're not transmuting it correctly, and you're not letting it go, especially if you're a space holder. You won't let it go, and so you'll want to be alone. You'll want to try to balance your own energy, right?
Hmm.
But it doesn't
That is
have to
so
be
true.
that hard.
That is so true.
Okay.
Yes.
I love
So,
guava and
okay.
berries, she says.
Yeah. Oh, well, that's good.
Okay, so
And that's
crystals.
all
Crystals
good.
can, so I wrote this for Sparkletini and then I'll let her go from there. Crystals can
Okay.
help cleanse, balance, energize, and protect you. And I'll let her go from there.
Okay. So, these crystals are ones that can, and this is definitely not a complete list. This is just something that I went over and figured could go into each of the categories that we
Mm-hmm.
have.
Mm-hmm.
But there are so many more, and that can do a lot more than even what I talk about here.
You just wanted to give him
Um,
like a mainstay,
yeah,
right?
this is
Something,
just like a kind of basic,
yeah,
like a
really, really
basic
basic.
kit. Yeah, very basic.
So,
Um,
Sparkletini, you just let me know when you want me to move the slide to the next one, okay?
okay. Okay, well, you can go ahead and move forward.
All right, here we
We're going
go.
to talk about first. These are the basic stones that everyone should have in their toolkit. Um, and of course, the first one being clear quartz. Now, we know that clear quartz is like it does everything. It is the most powerful and versatile of all the healing stones.
Mm-hmm.
So you definitely want to have clear quartz in your toolkit. It relieves pain, it protects against negativity, and it can also be programmed with affirmations or whatever it is that you intend to use this particular crystal for. Um, Another crystal is rose quartz. And rose quartz is known as the stone of unconditional love. It lowers stress, it clears anger, it heals heart issues and dis-ease
Mm,
that is
nice.
associated with holding on to negative emotions.
Mm-hmm.
So rose quartz is also a very important stone to have in your basic toolkit. And you can move forward to the next slide.
Okay. And so Manuela asked, where can you get crystals? And I totally forgot to put it on the screen. I'm so sorry.
Well, crystals, any metaphysical store or bookstore that you may have in your neighborhood, you may have to kind of scout around um, in order to even know what you're looking for as far as a metaphysical shop. Those are usually the places where you can get crystals from. There are some places I know on Periscope that we can purchase crystals. Um,
Mm-hmm.
the site that I use a lot to find out about crystals and what they are used for is healingcrystals.com. And I go there a lot and they also have crystals for sale. You can get them from Amazon, you can get them from different places, but a lot of times you kind of want to know what you're buying
Yeah, because
because,
sometimes they're fabricated, right?
yes, it can be fabricated, and also it may not be a stone that you need right now
Right.
because if you're not ready for it, it's not going to be a good
Oh,
thing
yeah.
for you.
Thank you for saying that. We
Um,
were talking about moldavite.
yes, a
Like
lot
I
of
wear
people want
moldavite, but
right.
not everybody can wear moldavite.
Yeah, they want it because they hear about it and it sounds like something that they may want to do, but you really want to be careful. That's why I'm kind of giving you like some basic ones to start with because you want to kind of know what you're going to be working with. Um, Moldavite is not one that you want to just. I
Mm-mm.
mean, that's like going from 0 to 100,
Yeah, you got to be
and so
clear. You got to clear that field.
yes,
Like I wear
exactly.
moldavite, but that's because I'm a spiritual advisor. You know, I've done a lot of
Yes.
work. I'm sure Sparkletini could probably wear moldavite. Like that's not.
Yes,
It's
well,
not
I
a. It's.
actually bought Moldavite when I first started getting into crystals,
Hmm.
and they disappeared.
Yeah. Oh, so
And I've heard
so
that they
that's a
do
great
that.
story
Yeah,
because that you if you buy crystals sometimes they disappear and that's because you're not ready for them or
yeah,
it's just not the attachment that you two resonate at. So they will just disappear.
right.
But that
Yeah, well,
happens.
I bought one piece and it disappeared. I didn't get it that time, so I bought another piece and that one disappeared too. So I just feel like
It's
it'll
like
it'll
nope.
show up when
It will.
when I'm ready for it, it'll show up.
It will. I know it's
So,
funny, but
um,
they are living things, and crystals are great for helping you heal, cleanse, and energize your space and
yes,
you. So they
Exactly.
help you. They really do. I can tell you a story about crystal for me. I remember during my heartbreak, during my husband's passing and then my fiance's passing, I remember that's how I learned how to use crystals. Was spirit was like, they can hold this pain for you until you can't. If they can hold it for you until you can hold it again and work through it. And that's what I did. I asked them to hold it, and it was like relief for me for a little bit, and then I took it back and dealt with that. But yeah,
Yeah.
so they
What
can do
Lindsay
that for
said,
you. But
Moldavite is very powerful. She felt like she was on drugs when she got her Moldavite.
yeah, it's true. You can,
Yeah,
you can.
it will do that. It will
Yeah.
do that to you. It will cause symptoms that like faster heartbeat and those
Mm-hmm.
types of things. And if you're not used to it, it's just not good for you to have something that you're not sure that will work for you.
Right.
A lot of people talk about these different stones and these because everyone wants to go, straight up to the crown chakra and all
Right.
these things,
Right.
and they're not ready
It's
for
not.
it, and
Mm-mm.
you're opening up stuff that you're not ready for. So it's probably best to just start with the basic ones.
Right.
Um,
So So before we
mhm.
move on, people have such great questions about crystals. So if you guys like the crystals, we'll do another video about crystals. She's going to go in depth, a little bit in depth. And again, we're going to offer this as a class. So if you're really interested, we go really deep in all of these subjects. So if you're interested, send me an email at yourpath39@gmail. So,
Yes.
what's the next one, Melissa?
Yes. So on the next slide, I'm pretty sure that these two stones are very familiar to you. The first one being the amethyst. Now, amethyst is the all-purpose healing stone.
Mm-hmm.
It can be used for healing heart and lung issues, as well as to keep the life force energy of the home clear and positive.
Mm-hmm.
It also protects against psychic attacks. So it's
Yep.
like an all-purpose stone,
Mm-hmm.
which is really good because you kind of want to start with something that is kind of for more than one purpose. It's like an all-purpose, and you
Right.
can
That's why
use.
you're doing this toolkit. Like if you're gonna get some stuff, just get these first.
Yes,
Right.
yes. Just start with the basic ones, and then you can move on to the different ones. Like Maria says, she wears her Moldavite,
Yeah,
but
I can see
that's
Maria
that
wearing
she
Moldavite
is
because
into
Maria's
with.
she's
Yes,
expanded. So
yes,
yeah,
yes,
totally,
exactly.
totally.
Um, the next one is selenite,
This is a
and
great
I
one.
love selenite. I love selenite because it's protective, it calms, and it soothes, and it also brings deep peace and tranquility to the user, as well as removes energy blocks.
Right.
But I just love it because it's just calming. It
And the great
just
thing about selenite though is that it charges everything. It charges all your other
Yes,
stones.
yes, that's right. It will cleanse and charge other crystals that you put around it. And I've also read and heard that clear quartz will also do that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but selenite is the one that I use the most for cleansing my other crystals with.
That's great.
So, are there any questions about? I see there's a lot going on
Yeah, that's
in the
okay. I'm
chat.
not gonna we're not gonna do the questions until after. So
Okay, all
what's the
right.
next one,
We
Miss
can move to the
Thing?
next one. Okay. All right, the next
Can you see
set
that
of
one?
crystals, yeah, the next sort of set of crystals, the first one is smoky quartz. And smoky quartz, of course, we know is very grounding. It's also great for pain relief, and it helps to prevent a healing crisis after a strong energy session, such as when you may get Reiki or healing touch or any other type of energy session. Uh, and especially if there's like a lot of the energy surgeries going on, like with the heart chakra and
Mm-hmm.
different things,
Mm-hmm.
it will help with that as well. And it also absorbs and transmutes energy from negative to positive.
That's
So,
awesome.
smoky quartz is an awesome stone. The second one is one that we all have heard about as well, which is black tourmaline. And this is also a grounding and protective stone. It repels negative energies from a person or space. It also cleanses, purifies, and transforms dense negative energy into a lighter energy.
Maria says you're doing great, Sparky.
Oh, thank you so much, Maria. So, and of course, these are just brief uh, synopsis of each crystal. There's
Hmm.
much more that these stones can do, but this will give you a general idea
And that's
of
what we're
what
going
would
to
be
offer
good
in the
to
class,
have
right?
in your toolkit.
Yeah.
Uh, so you can move on to the
Okay.
next slide.
And you're going to go really in depth with a lot of these crystals in the class, right?
Yes, definitely, definitely. We'll touch on a lot more uses for each of these stones. This is just, like I said, it's just a general idea of what you may be needing and what is something that is a basic idea of what these stones can do. This next stone is fluorite. And of course, there is rainbow fluorite, and then you can get the ones that are like the all one color, which the all one color ones does, it'll have all of the properties of regular fluorite in addition to whatever that color is used for. But what I'm talking about right now is the picture on the right, which is the rainbow fluorite. Um,
That's my
and
favorite.
it is a protective stone as well. And it also stabilizes the aura, which I love because
Mm-hmm.
we all need to be able to keep that aura strengthened and clear. It also helps the user to keep healthy boundaries and to overcome drama, which we can all use sometimes. Well, a lot here lately.
Mm-hmm.
We can all use that. So, so that is also a good stone to have as well.
They said it's so
Um, and
beautiful.
yeah, and I've also noticed that a lot of times when you want or need a particular stone, you will be drawn to it
Mm-hmm.
or it'll call to you. And I know, like for me, because I know Cindy asked me the other day if I needed intervention because crystals, they call to me when certain stones, when it's time for me to use them or work with it,
Yeah.
it will be like pulled me like, okay, buy me, because, and then I sometimes won't know why until after I get it. So
No,
that's another
tell them
indication
what you
of,
told me. You're like, no, I'll be going on about my day and I'll still remember. And they're calling me. I need to go
yeah,
get it. I
well,
need to go get it.
yeah,
So then she
it
has to go
will,
back to the person selling it and say, do
yeah.
you have that stone, by the way?
Yes, I will have to do that. I have done that before because I'll try to not listen and say, oh, I don't need that because I already have, so many crystals or whatever. However, it'll keep pulling me because it's like, okay, you need me.
Yep.
And I'll have to go back later on and I will have to get in touch with that person and say, yeah, I need that particular crystal.
That's why I
And
asked
then
her,
I'll
do we
go
need a
back in.
crystal intervention?
I know. I know, but after I get certain ones, I'm fine. And it's like, okay.
Right.
So, and I guess that, I don't know, that has to do with me being so connected to crystals
Yeah,
because I
absolutely.
actually feel them.
Yeah,
So,
you're empathic
um,
that way.
yeah.
Absolutely.
So I feel that.
So
So,
these are all in your toolkit, and these are all what you're, if you resonate with crystals, any of you, and this is another way. So food and nutrition and crystals is another easy way to do it. Like, they are there to help you. So if you get crystals
mhm,
around you like that, they can help you charge and cleanse and balance that energy so you know what's really going on, right?
yes,
So,
yes.
if you guys can be sure to like, share, and subscribe. I know a lot of you already subscribed, but if you just joined us, Again, my name is Cindy. I'm the modern day spiritual advisor. I use multiple modalities on your to help you on your path. And next to me, I have the wonderful, beautiful diva herself, the Reiki master, Sparkletini. She's a life coach as well. You can't
Mm-hmm.
see us tonight, but you can hear us, and we're doing this class about psychic vampires and how to protect yourself as an empath. So she's going over the second way to protect yourself, which is crystals. And because
Thanks, Maria.
crystals can be such um, a big thing to delve into. She just wanted to give you like the toolkit, but she's going to go over other ones as well. So
Yes,
next one we're going
definitely.
to do is global.
Yes, this is for the global empath. These are some crystals that can be helpful to this particular empath. And the first one
Oh,
is carnelian. And carnelian is helpful because it grounds you in reality while helping you to be aware of the unconditional love of the universe. So for that empath who has and feels on a global scale, this can be helpful with that as well. The stone that is next to that is chrysoprase, which helps to attract a higher vibrational energy. It activates the heart chakra and allows for a strong flow of chi or life force energy. It also infuses one with universal love and helps one to live in a heart centered space. So, of course, that is also a very good stone for
yeah.
those who are global
Yeah,
empaths.
I'm global. I need that stuff. So
Yes.
that reminds me, we talked on another video about what an empath is.
Hmm.
That's on the Your Indigo Path 2 channel. And so I explained that there are 5 types of empaths, and this is what she's going over, the global empath. So please be sure to check out my video over there so you can get a better understanding of what types of empaths there are. Okay, so this is the global, and then you want me to change to the next one?
Okay, and you can go to
Okay,
the
thank
next
you.
slide.
It takes it a sec. I think we're like 10-15 second delay. So
Okay,
sorry.
so oh, what it do?
I
It went
want
back.
them all, but I don't have the money. So to do something fast, so that's right. Sell tamales.
Yeah.
She said it's sell tamales.
Okay, so these next two crystals are also, we're still on the global empath. Um, the first one is hematite, which is one that we've all heard of. And hematite aids in the ascension process by facilitating the integration of higher spiritual energies into the 3D existence. It allows spiritual work to be done while being able to function in the physical world and relate to others by keeping the aura connected to the earth and staying focused.
I love that description.
So that is part of what the hematite does.
That's the one on the left
The
hand
one
side.
next to that, yes, and
Okay.
the one next to it is a Lemurian. Lemurian.
Yeah, Lumerian.
Um,
Yeah.
yes, that one.
Yeah.
Um, that one helps to teach oneness. It helps to see that while we are individuals, we are all connected to each other.
Hmm.
It is also used to clear and activate the chakras. And of course, the Lemurian is one that is goes back to like the Atlantis and Lemurian civilizations.
Yeah.
So it's a
I
very
was Lumerian. Yeah. It's
yeah,
funny.
I think I was too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
So
that is the two or the four basic stones for
for the
the
global,
global impact.
then we have.
Okay. And so the next empath is the earth empath. And the first stone that we're looking at is the black obsidian. And it is a grounding and protective stone. It eases tension, guards against negativity, and demanding people, and also geopathic stress. And of course, geopathic stress is those things that are going on within the earth.
Yeah,
So, obsidian is
that helps with that. That's a
definitely
great
one
thing. Thank you.
to
That's a
shield
great thing to
that.
know. Like I said, I have someone in my life that gets headache. They're an earth empath, so they get headache. They get a bad headache, but right before an earthquake, and they didn't even realize this was happening. I sort of called it to them,
Mhm.
and then we started watching it, and sure enough, every time an earthquake comes, they're 12 to 24 hours ahead. So
Yeah.
that will
Mhm.
help. I'm gonna get that person um, the
Yes,
black
definitely
obsidian.
some black obsidian.
Yeah.
Okay. The next stone that is right next to the black obsidian is green apophyllite. And this is used to connect with the energies of the earth and nature. Um, it is used to help with communication with plants, animals, the fairy, and elemental energies.
Mm.
It's also used to facilitate and aid in the healing of the earth. So, for those that are connected with the earth, that is also a great stone to be
Hmm.
able to use for earth empath.
Earth, earth signs would probably feel really good with this too, huh?
Probably so, because
Yeah,
they're
they're so connected to the earth.
connected.
So,
Yes, yes, definitely. Okay, you can advance to the
oh, she
next
said
slide.
advance to the next.
Yes, you may advance to the next slide. I would appreciate it.
Ah, that's funny.
Next slide, please.
Maria wants to know: are these pictures of your private stock of crystals?
Maria, leave me alone. Yes, I do have black obsidian. Yes, I do have green apophyllite.
Yes. Yes, we can say
Um,
this is from her private collection. We'll say that.
okay, this next one is petrified wood. I do not have petrified wood.
Oh, well, you need to
Um,
get petrified wood then.
well, I probably have all of them that we've been talking about so
Mm-hmm. I
far.
know you do.
Um,
That's why I said we'll just say it's your private collection. Miss, I gotta do
oh,
an intervention. I think I gotta do an intervention, guys.
um, petrified wood is it is a very grounding. It is not a stone. It is actually wood that has kind of fossilized, I guess you can
Mm-hmm. I know.
say.
Look how beautiful that is.
Yes, and it is very grounding, and it helps to one to connect with Earth's energies, and it aids in healing, especially in age-related illnesses such as arthritis and osteoporosis.
Really?
Yes,
That's really awesome. Okay.
yes. So it is good for those things as
I
well.
did not know that.
Yes.
What, she has
So
no
we may
petrified wood,
let's
she said? Michelle says, what? She has no petrified wood?
Michelle, that's not the kind of wood I like. Anyway, moving
Mm-mm.
on to the next one.
Mm-mm. You can't just drop a bomb like that.
Of course, and I'm Sparkle Teen. I'm deep as sparkles.
That's right.
Okay, now this particular group is for the physical empath. And the first stone or gemstone is citrine. And
Love citrine.
citrine is used to help those with chronic fatigue. It sends a joyful vibration to those who are nearby. It regenerates the energy field and is an auric shield, and it absorbs bad energy from the environment. And of course, it does a whole bunch of other things, but those are the things that it can help with the physical empath. And the next one that's beside it is red jasper.
Denise says you like mesquite wood. Do you guys have to add, don't encourage her? Don't encourage
Yeah, the
her.
tall ones. the tall ones.
Oh, girl, y'all gonna make me go to my book.
Yeah, that's what we like, the tall ones.
The tall
Um, so
petrified
red
trees.
jasper eliminates negative energy. It gives energy to the body and to the environment, and it balances the male and female energies. It stabilizes the aura, and it helps to align the physical, emotional, and mental bodies in the etheric realm. So, yeah, I have red jasper too.
That's awesome. Those are beautiful stones, though. I really like both of
Yeah,
those.
I think I have one piece of citrine, but I do have red
I
jasper.
love citrine, and that
Yeah.
red jasper is beautiful.
Yes, that's a gorgeous one.
Oops, sorry.
Okay,
Uh,
this next one that we have is shungite.
It's gonna,
And there are actually two forms of shungite. The one that's on the picture is what they call the elite shungite,
yeah,
which is a little bit more expensive than the
of
regular
course, because
humbled
that's the one I
shungite.
like.
Yes, I do too. I like it because, of course, it's silver and it
Yeah,
sparkles. And shungite helps to shield the energy from electromagnetic emissions, such as from computers, microwaves, and Wi Fi. It
oh,
also absorbs negative
really?
energy. Yes,
Wow, okay.
it absorbs negative energy, removing it from the person and from the environment. Because and this particular one that you're showing is
Mm-hmm.
good for detoxification of the body.
That's why I like it.
Um,
Yeah.
It also grounds, protects, and it rids the body of pollutants and bacteria. And it also helps to relieve pain and inflammation in the body.
Wow, amazing.
Hmm.
I really like the
Yes, so
shungite.
that is also an
Yeah,
awesome
I think a lot of
protection.
you need shungite. You should put that in the
Yes,
toolkit. So
yes,
you got some
definitely.
great information here, Sparkletini.
Yes, definitely. Hi there, Siren, Enchantress. Okay, so the next one we have is the animal empath. And the first one is leopard skin jasper, and that one helps to connect and communicate with the animal kingdom. It helps to discover personal animal totems or the power animals,
So that's on the
and can
left
be
hand side,
used
right?
during, yes, the
Okay.
leopard skin. And it can be used during a shamanic journey.
Wow.
So,
Okay. So it's really good for
so
shamanic
those,
journeys. Oh, that's great to know.
yes,
Okay.
yes. Hmm. And the one next to it is Mukite jasper,
Mm-hmm.
and this is also a powerful healing stone. It connects one's energy to the earth, and it is also good for working with animals. So all of these actually are jaspers, and so of course it's going to connect with the earth and with the animal
With the
kingdom.
animals, yeah. Okay.
Hmm.
That
Okay.
one's really pretty.
Yes, Mukite I do love.
Yeah,
Leopard
Mookai.
skin kind
Yeah,
of.
I don't really like that one too much,
I'm not too keen on that one.
but the Mookai I like.
Yeah, I do. I like that one. This one is rainforest jasper, and it is an excellent stone to communicate with animals. It also helps to boost the immune system, and it cleanses the kidneys and the liver.
Eli says, "I wonder if vegans go well with animal crystals." Ha ha ha. Yeah. So again, the animal crystals are if you are an empath, and these are ways to protect yourself as an empath. And so if you watch my "What is an empath" video, I explain that there are 5 types
Mhm.
of empaths, and
Yeah.
she's giving you crystals for each type, so that, and again, you can be more than one, but you'll know because you kind of resonate with those. You'll like, as you see the pictures, you're like, ooh, I like that one, or no, I don't really like that one,
Hmm.
right?
Yes.
So
Yes. Yes. You will definitely know which ones you resonate with because it calls to you. It'll basically attract your attention, and you'll go to it and want to pick it up. And
Kiko
those
says,
are usually the
interesting. I
ones.
communicate with the neighborhood cat. I think I seduced her. Kiko, you're hilarious. She comes around every day looking for affection. That's your night.
Well,
That's your
cats
night
are
before
a
your queen
great
comes.
spiritual animal.
Right? That's your night before your queen
Mhm.
comes.
Yeah, so true.
Do you want me to move forward?
Yes, you may advance forward,
Oh, thank you.
please.
Don't y'all just love Sparkle Teeny? I just love her. She's my girl.
Okay. Now,
They're
these
all laughing.
set of crystals is for the emotional empath. And the first one is one that I
I love.
absolutely love,
I know.
Labradorite.
I love.
I absolutely love it. Um, I have two big puffy hearts made of labradorite. They're awesome. And this stone helps to protect and to shield the auric field.
Hmm.
It seals the aura from energy leaks and enhances strength of will. Um, it enhances the strength of will, feelings of inner worth, and it helps to heal old memories. And it also breaks unhealthy mental habits.
Hmm. Yeah, I
So,
remember I wore
labradorite is,
Labradorite for a while. I wore that one for a
yes,
while, trying to train my
yes,
brain.
yep.
Yeah.
I love labradorite. I have a necklace and a couple of bracelets made with that.
Hmm.
So I love it. The stone next to that one is green aventurine, and this is connected to the heart chakra. It helps one to work through mental and emotional issues.
Hmm.
It is a very soothing stone, commonly known as the stone of personal growth.
Hmm.
It helps to loosen and release negative energy and energy blocks.
Yep.
So that's also a great stone to have.
Yeah, that one's a beautiful stone too. It's
Yes.
funny because I'm
Uh,
like looking at these and remembering the times in my life when I wore them.
mhm.
Going through some of the stuff. I don't even think I realized what they were doing at the time until I took all the crystal stuff, like, and then understood better. But I'm just
Yes,
remembering now
exactly.
the times. Isn't that crazy? It's amazing what
Yes.
spirit does, what these
Hmm.
crystals do, what your higher
Yes,
self does.
they are absolutely amazing.
They are amazing.
Yes. Now this next slide is lepidolite, and what that does is help to shift and restructure old energy patterns. It brings balance and inner peace, and it helps those who suffer from PTSD,
Mm,
children with
great.
ADHD, and insomnia. And it helps to achieve emotional balance because it contains a trace amount of lithium. And
Wow.
also,
Okay.
light is also useful in absorbing electromagnetic pollution.
Thank you.
So that
Ke-
is
Uh,
also a great.
Jesse said it's raining over here in El Paso. Can you make it stop, Cindy? Done. I found it. It should stop. So, it's funny because I was just telling Sparkle Teeny. This is getting off the subject, but it's unusually cold in San Diego. That's because I said if I have to finish this book and I have to get all this stuff out, I do not want it hot, and so I'm keeping it cold here in San Diego. So thank
Oh.
you. You're welcome, San Diego. I'm sorry that was completely off subject, but
Yes,
Jesse had asked that question. So
yes, yes.
that was some great information, Sparkletini. As much as I know about these things, you gave some great information that I didn't even know. Like, wow, I'm so impressed with
Yeah,
what
and
you
this is
know.
like a brief
and it's
grief
just touching the
over food.
surface. Like, so
Yeah. Yeah.
we're going to offer this as a class, and she's going to help you understand a lot more with each of these things that we're talking about of how to protect yourself. We're going to go
Mhm.
through way more in depth, like the nutrition and the crystals. So again, why are these important? Because mind, body, and spirit, that's why it's important. You know, we live on this earth, so you have a body, and so you have to take care of it. And as an empath, you have to center yourself and get your own energy first. You have to realize what that is, what your energy feels like. But when you're stressing out and when you're too emotional because you're getting other people's baggage or psychic vampires, the best way to do it is to protect yourself first, then understand your energy, and then move on from there. Right? So
Mhm.
that's why I'm doing 3 videos about empaths, because I think it's very, very important. Um, so we already have a video about what is an empath. This is ways to protect yourself as an empath from psychic vampires. So what's another method to protect yourself? That would be the white light bubble meditation. So I can go over quickly what the white light bubble meditation is, but I do have it for you on my Concepts Create Reality channel, and you can just plug your headphones in and do the white bubble meditation. But what you want to do is get to a point where you can just close your eyes, and then all of a sudden you'll just like, and you can see the bubble all around you
Mhm.
instantly. But that takes training your brain. So I want you to look at this picture. Some of you will see the light being on the right hand side, and some of you will visualize yourself as the light being on the left hand side. And we do have a 30-second or 15-second delay, so sorry. Yeah. So you're all these beautiful, beautiful, powerful beings. So protect yourself for now. You know, then you'll move away from that. We'll move on to the next thing once you learn how to protect yourself and learn to understand what your own energy is. So the one on the left hand side is one way somebody will see themselves as a light being. Another way is on your right hand side as a light being. So whichever you do, visualize or imagine that, and then you want to close your eyes, visualize or imagine, and you want to visualize or imagine the white light starting at the core of you, and then with each breath coming all the way out. And what's the word I'm using? I want to use um, when you. Oh my God, I just had a brain. You know what? Um, you want to visualize or imagine with the bright light in the core of you, and then with each breath you want to see it coming out and illuminating. That was the word, illuminating, all from all the way to the top of your head to under your feet. And then when you can see a white bubble, understand that you are protected, and say this word, or say this phrase: I am in God's love and light. I am God's love and light. So you can say, I am in God's love and light, and I am God's love and light. Okay? Yeah, radiate. Thank you. I had a brain fart. Sorry. It's because I could feel everybody like getting woo woo into the crystals. You had them all going. So once you do that, you can open your eyes and you can walk outside of your house. I would not leave until you do the white bubble meditation, and do it like each time. It'll get faster and faster as you do it. But each and every time you're going to go anywhere or change your space, you want to do the white bubble meditation and see yourself in a white bubble and know that you're protected, right? So, I'm sorry, the phrase was, I am protected by God's love and light. I am in God's love and light, okay? And so, again, it's very important. That's one of the ways. So, the first way was, the nutrition. We went over that. And then the second way was the crystals. The third way is meditation. The fourth way is what happens when you find yourself with around all these people and energy vampires or negative energy around you. What's the fastest way to do get yourself in a better space other than just leaving? So I would go find a huge tree, or I would get on the ground, at the park or the grass somewhere and just lie down. Because once you start getting once you lie down or feel that tree is very grounding. It'll bring you back in your body so that you can feel better, right? So that's another way to do it. Um, so the next thing would be another way to protect yourself is aromatherapy. So people love essential oils, and aromatherapy is part of our physicalness. It helps us with our sensation, and so there's essential oils that are great ways to protect. Now, again, I'm only going to go over a couple of them because just like the crystals, you can go. We go really, really in depth, but I'm just going to talk about a couple of them. So you'll learn more in the class. So why you should use them in the class, I'll teach you why you should use them or how you should use them, what's the best way to use them. But the three that I'm going to give you are white angelica, sage, and sandalwood. White angelica is known for protecting and transmuting negative energy. Sage, you guys know about saging, but I'm going to talk about that in a minute. But use essential oils and sage and sandalwood. Sandalwood is very, very good. Those are three essential oils that if you're more of a scent person and essential oils are for you, or aromatherapy will make you feel better, then when you're not feeling well and you need a way to protect yourself, use white angelica or sage or sandalwood. Those are that's another fast way to do it. Okay. Now the next way to protect yourself is to sage your home and sage yourself. It is important for you to sage your space. So wherever you're at, where you can sage, like if you're hanging out at your home a lot, maybe there's a lot of people in your home. So go to your room, go to your space and sage that. And then also sage yourself. So you can do white sage. You want to buy a pack of white sage. You can get it easily on Amazon, or you can get it at your metaphysical store. And you want to set your intention, and your intention is that only the highest, the vibrations for the highest good of everyone involved are allowed to be here, right? So only the highest vibration for the good of everyone involved are allowed to be here. And then you sage. You burn sage, and you sage your room, you sage each corner, you sage yourself, you can blow the smoke over you, and that really, really works. I kid you not, it went from hardcore rain to sprinkles. My phone died. I kid you not, it went from hardcore rain to sprinkles after you told me you stopped the rain. I'm so amazed. Thanks, Cindy. I know, I really can do it. You're welcome. Thank you for confirming that for everybody, though. I really can do that. This is why people come to me as a spiritual advisor. This is these are the things that I can show you to do. So, white sage. You want to buy a white sage, okay? So that's another one. So what's another thing? Now this is one that I love, and I know a lot of people that have gotten them love. Salt lamps. Salt lamps are really, really good for ionizing your space, and it will transmute negative energy and bring it into a higher vibration. So, and your body. So your energetic field, your body, and the space around you. So keep a salt lamp in your home, and you can keep one in every room. It just makes you feel better. For home protection, I have a statue of Kukakaili, Moku, god of war, but he stays outside. He's not welcome in the house. Oh, okay. Yeah. And you know what? You can get salt lamps cheap now because they're like all the rage. So you can get them like I think at Walmart and at Target.
Yes,
And you can get them at Ross for like really cheap too. So put a salt lamp around you, or even like I said, if your only space is like your room because you have other people that live with you, if they don't mind, it's not going to smell or anything. So just put a salt lamp somewhere, And I'm telling you, you'll feel better. That's a way to protect yourself, because it doesn't matter what negative energy comes in, it's going to transmute it. Okay? So, no more psychic vampires. This is no more. So, this is one that I have tested. Um, the scientist in me has tested. So, um, you want to take an Epsom salt bath or shower. Now, for those of you that don't like baths or don't have a bathtub, you can do Epsom salt showers, or shower gel, and Dr. Teal's is the best. So you can order that from Amazon. I need to get an affiliate link with Amazon. Um,
Yes.
yeah, that way I can just put it in here. So you want, but as you're taking your shower, you want to visualize or imagine white light just running all through you through the water. Okay. Now, if you take a salt bath, an Epsom salt bath, and you can get Epsom salt for like $1 at the dollar store. Um, if you take an Epsom salt bath, then when you put it in there and you get in there, um, get in there with the intention that it's going to cleanse you and charge you and balance you. And then when you're in there, you want to stay in there for 10 minutes, no longer. At 10 minutes, you're going to start feeling comfortable. Yeah. At 10 minutes, you're going to start feeling comfortable, and you're going to want to stay in longer. You do not want to do that. You want to get out. You can always get out, rinse off, and then start a new bath if you really want to get back in there. But what happens is after 10 minutes, we start reabsorbing that energy. We start reabsorbing the toxins. So you want to take an Epsom salt bath, 10 minutes, no longer. And I always have my clients and all of you guys, the followers, I always say do it on Friday night. And the reason I say Friday when you're first starting is so that you get used to it, so that it becomes a habit for you. Because Friday is usually the day that everybody's had a hard week. You've had encounters with all kinds of people. And so an Epsom salt bath just helps you energize and balance and sort of replenish yourself, right? So, but I have a lot of empaths that work with me that are on here following as well, that will take it, they know now to take it anytime they're having a rough day. Take an Epsom
Mhm.
salt bath for 10 minutes or use the shower gel. Dr. Teal's shower gel is the best. So, and I'm not getting paid for that. They're not sponsoring me. So, I hope this was very helpful. Thank you guys for watching. Again, Melissa and I are doing a whole course on this. So if you're interested, please email me at yourpath39@gmail. Um, for those of you, please be sure to like, share, and subscribe. We're going to go now to the discussion part of it. So those of you that are watching the replay, thank you so much for watching this. And you can end the video now, or you can continue to listen to. I can feel like I'm ungrounding. Sorry. You can continue to listen because we have some really good discussions. So let's go over, Melissa, to
Yes,
the live chat.
definitely. Yes. Um, I was just reading a comment about the selenite, and I did want to make one point about selenite.
Hmm.
Do not get it wet.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Selenite will melt in water,
yeah,
and it
and
can
it's
become
toxic.
very toxic.
Yeah.
So do not get selenite wet. That is one tip I wanted to mention. I know that someone else was saying something about how they cleanse their stones and crystals and sea salt or by the moon and stuff like
Hmm.
that. You
Yeah.
can also do that, but for those of us who are like me, lazy, I don't want to put all of my stuff outside. I mean, I have too many to put and line up outside to do that. You can also put your crystals in the windowsill to get moonlight
Yep,
or
that's how I
sunlight.
do it on a full
One
moon.
that you don't want to do is amethyst in the sunlight because it will fade.
Yeah.
So, unless you want faded amethyst, don't put that in sunlight. Um, but there are plenty of other ways to cleanse your crystals.
Yeah.
You can sage it as well.
Yep.
Um,
But selenite's the best way. It's the simplest. It's the
Yeah.
easiest. I always have a selenite by all of my crystals, because it's just naturally charging them and me. So, um, yeah, it can be
Yes.
toxic. Do not do that. Don't get selenite
Yes.
wet
Do,
because it
do
can be
not get
toxic.
that.
It's a very
Yes. Do not
powerful
get that.
crystal. It's a very powerful stone. So, uh,
Yes.
you can save them too, right? Yeah. Uh huh. So, oh, you can sage them. Yes, absolutely. That's what you were saying. You can sage
Yes,
them.
you
Uh huh.
can. You can sage. Yes.
Yeah.
Um, Jesse wanted to know if you could quickly say what an empath is. I didn't know if you wanted to go over that, if you just wanted to send her to the other. Uh,
Yeah, she said she watched the video. She just wanted a quick recap about what an empath is. So,
okay.
the definition of an empath. So, I talk about the difference between an empath and being compassionate. So, empathic and compassionate. So, compassion is, feeling for someone and wanting to help and wanting to do, right? You can
Mhm.
feel for someone's experience or expression, right, in their phase or what there's going on. And empathic means you're feeling their experience and expression. So you actually feel what they're feeling. Where compassion just means you're feeling for them and want to help. And so a lot of people are very compassionate and think they're empathic. And they are, everybody's empathic, but that what they're feeling is compassion. And so, um, that's the difference. There are five types of empaths, and the five types are what Sparkletini had gone over. We have the global, we have the earth and universe, we have the, animal, we have the emotional, and what was the other one I'm missing?
Let's see. Earth, animal, physical,
Oh,
global, and
physical,
emotional.
physical, of course, physical. I'm air. I'm air and fire. I forgot the physical. Yeah, so, that's just a quick recap. You can watch my video on what is an empath on your Indigo Path too. But I wanted to bring this over here tonight. So, does anybody else have any questions? You guys have great questions.
Yes, I was reading, going back to the other comments where Keisha said she doesn't resonate with hematite. And that's another thing. You have to pretty much do what feels right for you, because
Mm-hmm.
not every crystal will be right for everyone. Um, you just have to be very careful with what you get. Like I know we talked about moldavite earlier. You don't want to go from 0 to 100 um, with these stones. You want to make sure that you're starting with the basic toolkit first,
Mm-hmm.
and then work your way up to the other ones that you're called to, because you don't want to go too fast.
Right. Oh, so it's interesting. Kiko says, "Aloha ame." Is it oha? Oha? Oa? Aloha ame oa means love and light in Hawaiian. We need to learn that one. Aloha
Oh,
ame oa.
yeah, but we need to really get to know what how to say it.
I think it's oa. It's aloha
Well,
ame oa. Yeah. Mahalo nui. Sorry, I hate mixing it up, but it's
hoa,
hoa.
you said
Okay.
it's hoa.
Aloha
Okay,
ame hoa. Okay.
okay, cool.
Aloha ame
Another
hoa.
question was, do we have to have contact with the crystal, or can we just be wearing it on a ring without it touching the skin? Um,
Yes, we
it
did,
doesn't
Barnes Noble.
necessarily have skin, but it's
Oh no, I'm
probably
sorry.
nice if you can
I
find.
was answering Barnes Noble question, sorry. You were saying it doesn't necessarily have to touch the skin.
No, I don't think it necessarily has to, but I think it probably is better if it does. If you have like a bracelet, or if the ring has a spot underneath of it where it can
Yeah.
touch your skin.
So, I have a difference of opinion than probably everybody else does because, as usual,
Hmm.
So from my understanding, crystals are here to help and not do it for us. So we will
Hmm.
have, you can have people, it's just like the angels too. You can have people that will depend too much on their crystals. And so for that
Yeah.
reason, so that I don't become attached, so that I don't have that attachment, um, like I wear the moldavite, but the moldavite is helping me, and I know when to take it off. Like it'll just come off when it's time.
Yes.
But the crystals around me, they're sort of there to help hold the space, and I don't lean on them too much. But there's like a symbiosis thing going on. Like,
Hmm.
when I need the help, they give it to me. I return the help. I charge them. I give them energy. They give me energy. I know it's really weird, but
Yes.
it's like that. I don't lean too much on them, and I don't ask and because I so for that reason I don't really have too many on my skin. They're just sort of around me.
Hmm.
So you heard to wear
Yes,
on the
that is
left
true.
side of the body. It depends on which crystal. Yeah, it just depends on which crystal.
Yeah, that depends on. Now, for me, um, I learned that the left side of the body is the receiving side, and the right
Yes.
side is the giving side. But for
Mhm.
Cindy, she learned it, I think, the other way.
Well, it's
But
both because, like I told you, because I know because I have prana and healing touch um, and
yeah, well, that's
Reiki.
true.
So it's like for me, it's
Yeah,
just a matter of perception. So
yeah. So I make sure that I wear like my hematite and those stones that are protective. I try to put that on the left side to protect me from the outside.
right,
And then on the right side, I'll put like the rose quartz and amethyst and stuff like that because I'm giving that uh, energy or love out.
right.
So
Kiko says
that's
she's
how I.
one of my favorite channels. Thank you, Kiko. And Denise said, yes, a beautiful channel, Kiko. It is. He's been with me for a long time. Thank you, Kiko.
Yes.
I love this space. So glad I found it and divine timing. Absolutely. Can my rose quartz disappear? All of them can disappear. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like my moldavite, when it's time for me to
Hmm.
stop wearing it, it'll come off. Same thing. I was wearing opalite before this, um, as a gift, and it was time, so I wore it, and then it just came off. It just like got lost, and I don't do enough stuff for it to
Hmm.
get lost, but it just got lost.
Yeah.
So I knew it was time for it to go. So crystals are like happy little friends to take along on my daily adventures. Yeah, so I know a lot of space holders and crystals will feel that way. Yeah. Interesting, says Siri. It depends on which side of the brain is working that day.
Gosh, Maria.
Oh, you're funny. Mm-mm. So,
Yeah.
yeah, this is a really good one. So, if you guys don't have any more questions, we're going to let you guys go. This isn't like a Periscope where we could just kind of hang on and chill out and all that stuff. So,
Oh,
um,
yeah.
what about diamonds? Diamonds are one of the highest vibrational crystals. So, they're really good for you.
Hmm.
I used to wear my ring on my hand, but I broke my finger, so I had to switch to the left hand. Maybe because it's time. You never know.
Yeah.
I thought she was serious at Maria.
Oh,
No, we're never serious at Maria.
no.
I
Mm-mm.
need to get
Not
some
with Maria.
amethyst. It's been calling to me for months. Yeah. So that was a joke.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a joke. I brought a rose quartz puff and it was just puff and it was just gone. I bought another and the same thing happened. I just found the other day. Oh, well then it's time. I've
Hmm.
always had stones and some crystals on me. I feel fine. Good. Those are probably the ones that resonate with you. You're welcome, Barnes Noble.
Yeah.
It was a great lesson. Thank you. When you lose them. Good night, love. Thank you so much. See y'all tomorrow. Can't wait till Wednesday. I know. So Cindy's, we're gonna see each other on Wednesday. Um, I mean through client. Client. Doesn't matter who you get your crystals from. So there's differing degrees about that. I, I
Mm,
like to get them from where I know. So, um,
yeah.
my multiply fell out of the setting after a few months. I'm ready to wear it again. Yeah, yeah, it'll do
Mm,
that. I love you too.
yeah.
Um,
You need
yeah,
to have somebody
I would get it from a reputable person. So, you, thank you, Kiko. So, what are we doing tomorrow? I'm trying to think of what tomorrow. So
tomorrow
tomorrow we
is
have
race.
Reiki. Yeah, tomorrow we
Mm,
have Reiki. But I'm probably gonna do another video on my other channel. So on your Indigo Path too. So be sure to check that out. Be sure to go like, share, and subscribe over there. Because I'm not doing the same videos anymore from site to site right now. I'm gonna do two different ones so that you guys have something
mhm.
to see over there. Okay. Good night. We love you, love you, love you. We're going to let
Good
you guys
night.
go. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. Please be sure again to share this out. I know a lot of you have been sharing out. Thank you so much. I so appreciate it. Like I saw the shares on my analytics and it's just crazy how much y'all have shared. So, I want to thank
Awesome.
everybody. Love you guys. Thank you, Sparkletini, for joining me. You did a great job. So again, if you
Amy.
guys want us, we're doing this as a class. Please be sure to email me at yourpath39 at gmail. We're going to go over a lot of this in depth. Like we really talk about the nutrition and we really talk about the crystals and we like how to do it and what to do with them and where to get them and all of that. So please be sure to
Yes.
email us at yourpath39 at gmail. Love you, love you, love you. Bye.
Bye, y'all.
I hope this works. There we go. Oh, I don't know what it said. It said something about overload. It says
Mm,
currently active Austrian
OBS.
recording will be shut down. Are you sure you wish to exit? Yes. I don't know